Welcome back to 5 Acres Honey Farm. I'm Tara Lynn, and this video is about tucking the hives in for winter. So I will be heading out to the apiary in a little bit, and I'll show you what I've prepared for them to help them get through the next phase of cold weather. I was able to inspect them last week, and they look fantastic. So this is my main apiary, not the ones that are dealing with the really bad small hive beetle problem. I'll be checking on those soon. But every hive that's out there has at least one full super of honey, which is great to see. The population looks great, and I still saw a little bit of capped brood. So I'm not going to do a varroa treatment for the fall winter yet until I see that there's no more capped brood in there, which is probably going to be in the next week or two because there wasn't any new larvae, and I did see the queens, so they are in there. As you can see, I am kind of in a workspace right now. I was planning on using the holiday weekend to give our primary bathroom a facelift. So yesterday I was also doing, because the weather's really nice, some outside projects and clearing off the back porch, which I've been basically using as a pseudo barn with all of the pig feed and the pig waters and the straw bales and stuff like that. So organized that space, and just as I was finishing, I bent down and I was putting a T-post off to the side, and I couldn't stand back up anymore. And that's never happened to me, so I did something to my lower back. I've had a really hard time finding a comfortable position to sit, stand, and lay in. I was able to have a good night's sleep last night, but there's a lot of things that I can't do right now, and just like lifting some normal weighted items has been really hard. But since I can't really find a good position to sit or lay in, there's really not a lot that I can do, like whether to relax or to journal or to write or anything. So I figured while I feel somewhat comfortable standing, I'm going to continue with this bathroom remodel over the holiday weekend. So I have a separate video about my kitchen, kind of like a Beekeeper kitchen remodel, where I have a little honey bar that I put in. So not planning anything bee themed in this bathroom. I'm just, I'll do a separate video on it once it's totally done. But it's just a very minor facelift, but it's just really nice to have these projects when it's a little bit chilly outside, when the bees don't need anything, the garden doesn't really need too much. I will show you what I've made for the bees, and once I do a little bit of painting in here and just kind of listen to my body, see how much I could get done. I'm not going to push myself, but as it gets warmer out this afternoon, I'll head out to the hives to give them what I've made. This is what I made for the bees. This is their little sugar brick. So I usually make one of these for each hive, and then at the end of each winter, I always have some left over. Like sometimes they have like just a little tiny piece. So what I decided to do is I'm going to make one, and I'll just break this into about 3 equal-ish pieces, and then, you know, as the next few weeks pass, I'll just take a peek in the top of the hive and see what kind of progress they're making, and that way I'll just make what they need. The other thing that I'm doing, which I do each year, is I put a little decoration on each colony, so they will have a little wreath at their door. So I will do that as well when we head out there. I always position it over their cluster. And I'm moving the top cover so the inner cover entrance will be open. I like to give it one little pull so that way I know it's open. And let's take a peek at the little decorations that I set up. It looks very festive. They say happy holidays. The hives are all tucked in and decorated, and If you are planning on making your own sugar bricks, I have a separate video, which I'm linking to in the description, about how I make mine. And I've never purchased any, I've always made them. And it's obviously a lot more affordable that way. I was in a beekeeping supply store recently, and I think it was like $15 for the same size of the one that you just saw. And it's not even remotely as expensive if you're purchasing your sugar in bulk and using essential oils or Pro Health or Honeybee Healthy as a supplement in the sugar brick as well. The puppy is demanding my attention right now, so that's what I'm looking over there for. But I wanted to mention that when I make those sugar bricks, what I'm looking for before I put them out in the hives is I'm looking for, in this particular region of North Carolina, I'm looking for nighttime temperatures hovering around freezing or below freezing, and daytime temperatures really not going above 60. So I chose putting it in today because we're just about to go into a fairly cold spell. Because I use Pro Health in the sugar brick, there's a lot of really great essential oil aromas coming out of that. And I don't want to promote yellow jackets or other pollinators that might be active on a warm day. I don't want to promote them to go in there and to potentially rob out the colonies if they are smelling that sugar brick. And there is a tick on me, so hang on just a second. Through the magic of the internet, you didn't have to wait very long, but the tick has now been taken care of. It was just crawling around. So yeah, look for the overnight lows to be around freezing. And the reason for that is that I know the bees aren't going to be very active if we've got fairly low daytime temperatures too. So if they're going to be busy clustering, I know that they're surrounded by their nectar right now, because as of my last hive inspection last week, it was all positioned really well to be in line with where their cluster will be or is right now. And then that sugar brick will rest on top of the frames like I showed you, and it helps to absorb any extra moisture that's in the colony, and the moisture is really what would be pretty detrimental to them during the cold. So I had pulled the top cover out so that inner cover entrance is open, and that helps the ventilation move through the hive and allows some evaporation to happen too, to help them control their climate. I also removed their robbing screens, and I put on those entrance reducers so they have their single entrance at the front there. And I'm hoping I pretty much don't put the robbing screens back on again till springtime around then. So I'm hoping at this point that I won't need to go in there until like maybe one quick hive inspection sometime in December. I'll usually do the first hive inspection after the new year and have a good idea of how they're doing then. But as of now, with my back absolutely killing me, I didn't get too much painting done. It was just, I really cannot find a comfortable way to sit, stand, or lay down. So I'm constantly just repositioning myself. It's just been just about 24 hours since I hurt myself, and I am seeing absolutely no improvement. It's really, really painful, and I'm not sure how long it will take to get better. The upside of all of this is that I hurt myself right before a really long weekend. The other upside is that it's not during the honey flow. I cannot imagine if this were to happen to me during that time, because I really don't know what I would do. It's very, very painful. So I'm gonna just keep taking some Tylenol, and hopefully you get a chance to tuck your hives in for winter and avoid any types of injuries like I'm experiencing right now. And if you do anything different with your sugar bricks, if you're using quilt boards and all those different similar types of tools, I've seen some folks make their own. I've never used a quilt board before, but I think they're really great tools, and I feel like the sugar brick is doing a job very similar to that, but at the same time providing some food. So thanks for watching, and I will chat with you next time.